Hey friends, it's Amy and welcome back to my channel. This is how I am choosing to present to the world today because quite frankly I am too exhausted to even pretend to care about what I look like right now. I have this sneaking suspicion that I'm coming down with the flu, so I just wanted to be really lazy and really slobby and just sit down and have a heart-to-heart, a bit of a catch-up, a really chill low-key video where I just talk to you guys about how I'm doing, what I'm doing, and what the heck is happening in my life. Prepare yourself for some probable tangents in some weird directions, maybe a couple of rants. I can't promise anything one way or the other, but I do suggest that you maybe grab yourself a drink, maybe a snack, and let's get comfy, let's get ready to chat. So obviously, as most of you guys know at this point, I put out that video a little while ago where I let you guys know that Cody and I had called off our engagement. And ever since that, I just went back to making regular videos because, I mean, I'm not just gonna sit around talking to you guys about my life's problems twice a week because that would be very depressing. But I did want to touch base with you guys and just let you know what's going on for two main reasons. Number one, I have received like an overwhelming amount of support and love and positivity from you guys. So many of you have written to me with advice or your own stories or, you know, tips on how to get through this and what you think I should do next. And it's been so beautiful and just has made the biggest difference to me, has made the biggest difference to read all of those messages. And I felt like I wanted to respond to that because I've been trying to respond to each message individually, but there have been a lot. But I kind of just wanted to take some time to make like a more general response to all of that. And the second reason, which is very important to me, is because there could be, and I think there's a very good likelihood that there are subscribers or just people who watch that video who are going through something similar, some kind of grief, some kind of low point in their life, some kind of heaviness or sadness. And then if they came back a few days later and saw my videos where I'm smiling and upbeat and I look like I'm having the time of my life, then it might misconstrue how I'm really feeling on more of an ongoing day-to-day basis. And I would be personally horrified to think that someone who is going through something and someone who is really struggling with mental health or struggling to get through a difficult time would look at me and think, oh, well, she managed to get her life together in 5 days or less, so I just need to stop wallowing and pull myself together and like stuff my emotions deep down. Because when you guys, oh, it's raining. That's probably gonna get really loud really fast because it's Wales and the rain is intense. When you guys sit down and watch one of my videos, I have taken maybe 30-40 minutes out of my day to sit and film that. And it's something I really enjoy. So yes, you see me smiling, you see me having a good time, but what you don't see is the rest of the day and the rest of the week where, you know, sometimes it's hard and sometimes I am falling apart. I have cried myself to sleep, cried myself awake. I've had sickness, I've had breakouts, I've had hives. I've thrown my phone across the room. I have said the most hurtful things about myself. I have felt like I was going to have a nervous breakdown in the middle of the supermarket. And that is the reality. And I only bring any of that up just to let you know that if you are not okay right now, that is okay. And I don't want you to feel like you need to just like pull on your big girl boots and pretend like you're fine, because you don't. All you can do, and all I can do, and all anybody can do is work through what they are working through the best they can at their own time, their own pace, and just set yourself the goal to try and make each day a little bit better than the last. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk. But yeah, I just felt really compelled today to just sit down and be completely open and honest with you guys about that. I wouldn't want to give off this false impression that I've got it all together and that I'm doing good, because I'm not doing good. I'm doing better than I was before, but I have not got it together. And with that said, let's talk about what the heck I'm gonna do with my life now. Because if you're new, interesting time to join us. I apologize for all of this, the rambling, the hair, the emotions. But if you didn't know, I recently called off my engagement, also quit my job, moved out of my apartment to move in with my fiance, which I now can't do because he's no longer my fiance. And I'm having to reassess my entire life. So many of you guys sent me messages saying, go back to Bahrain. Bahrain made you so happy. Like, I think that'll be the best thing for you to do. My knee-jerk reaction was I wanted to get back to Bahrain, because Bahrain and the time I spent there was the happiest time of my life. I had my dream job, my dream apartment, like the best friends, just dream life. I loved it. I woke up every day and felt so happy, and I wanted to reclaim some of that. But when I took a second and thought about it, I realized that that's not really possible for me right now. Because if I went back to Bahrain, all of that pain and all of those memories that are still so hurtful and so raw right now that I have of Cody would just be amplified 1,000 times over. Every restaurant, every bar, every street would have some kind of a memory attached, and I don't think I'm at a place right now where being in that space, it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same. And that's not to say that in the future I couldn't go back and have that same happiness again, but for right now, it's just not right. It's just not an option for me. And it's sad and a little bit infuriating to think that I threw all that away. Like, I've been so angry with myself recently about the choices that I've made that have led me to be single and unemployed and living in this single bedroom in my parents' house. But I keep trying to remind myself that all anybody can do is make the best choice they can with the information that's available to them at the time. And at the time I made those choices, I thought that I was doing the right thing. I thought that I would, you know, leave Bahrain, leave my job, leave all of that behind. Yes, and that's sad, but that something better was waiting for me, and that I would be happier living an even more dream style life with Cody. And that dream obviously fell pretty flat on its face, but I can't be mad at myself for the decisions I made in the past. I mean, you can't change the past. All you can do is work on the present and hope that the future will be better than this. So I'm not going back to Bahrain, and if I'm being completely honest, I have absolutely no idea what I am going to do. And I've made the decision that right now I do not care. I fell so hard and fast out of my little dream world and hit the concrete with such force that I still do not know which way is up. I'm not in a good place. I mean, I'm not in a terrible place like I was maybe a couple weeks ago, but I don't think I'm in the place to start making life-changing decisions, to move to a different country, to start a new job, to do anything like that, because before I can start putting the pieces of my life back together, I really need to focus on putting the pieces of myself back together. And that just has to be my priority right now. My self-esteem, oh my gosh, we're really opening up, good grief. Cancel my counseling appointment on Monday because I can just do it with you guys for free. But my self-esteem has taken such a hit that I'm like, who even am I anymore? I don't know. And I think that's all part and parcel of coming out of a bad breakup and, you know, everything else. So I have made the choice to give myself until Christmas to just work on feeling better about myself. And then in the new year, I will decide what to do from there. I'm not even trying to worry about it right now because I've got other things that I'm worrying about and I don't have any space to worry about that too. So I am setting myself the challenge of feeling good about myself again. I'm feeling like I like me and that I'm just fine the way I am. You know, I'm just trying to set myself goals to get me back up on my feet again. So right now I'm doing the Couch to 5K program. I've done one run and I thought I would die. I'm looking back over my 30 before 30 list and seeing what things from that I can accomplish, you know, invest more time and energy into my YouTube channel and seeing if we can grow this into something bigger and better and more valuable to you guys. And even I want to take a little bit of time and write a book. That's something I've always wanted to do, and I got nothing but time right now, so I may as well put it to good use and do something like that. So this was a lot of information for you. The main thing I kind of want to get across in this video is if you are in a bad place, that's okay. Take each day as it comes. Try and make each day better than the last, but don't put too much pressure on yourself to just wake up and feel back to normal, because it's not going to work that way. Thank you all so much for being with me through this. Let's see what we can do to salvage the rest of 2020. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I will see you all next time. Bye.